and their fundamental right to a legal identity, the process and issuance of national documents. It's a burning issue, and the reason why this question keeps coming is because our people are crying. This matter directly impacts citizens' access to essential services such as social grants and pension for our elderly, and critically the ability of our school-going children to sit for national final examinations, which is paramount to their educational progress. Despite commendable efforts during the broader mass registration initiative in 2024, many ordinary Namibian citizens are still awaiting their national documents or any official feedback from the Minister of Home Affairs. This prolonged delay is causing significant frustration and hardship, depriving our elderly of their constitutional right to pension while they are still alive to enjoy the fruits of this country, and jeopardizing the educational future of our children who requires this document for their crucial final examination, especially in rural Namibia. I know, for example, in elderly Nekulu in Chikuku, and Honorable Modestus Amtse is aware of this elderly woman who came in the early 60s from Angola up to now. But in the past, they made it possible for her to get a voter's card to vote. And after elections, the question on identity documents get no answer. Honorable Speaker, I therefore ask the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, Safety and Security the following. What is the current status of application from February to July of 2024 nationwide outreach program, including total received and outstanding processing stages? Second question is, what urgent measures is the ministry implementing to address the extensive delays in issuing documents, which are severely affecting access to social services and grants? Third, what immediate targeted steps is the ministry taking to expedite document issuance for school-going students that are needing IDs for national final examination? Fourth, what specific action is the ministry implementing to match the initial speed of the 2024 mass registration campaign with equally swift processing and issuance of documents, given its proximity to the 2024 elections and perceived efficiency then? When can our elderly and students or learners expect the same commitment to receive their vital documents and enjoy the fruits of this country that they call their motherland? Thank you very much. I shall submit.
Thank you. Honorable Nashinge, please table the question. Honorable Mbuti.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I hereby give notice on Thursday, on the 10th of September 2025, I shall ask the Minister of Gender, Child and Welfare, Honorable Kantema, the following questions. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, in April 2025, our nation was shaken by a deeply disturbing wave of gender-based violence in Okahanja and Usakos, where women and children were reportedly abducted, raped, and in some cases murdered. These tragic incidents are not isolated but are part of the recurring pattern of gender-based violence in Namibia. Despite the existence of legal frameworks, gender-based violence protection units and awareness campaigns comes too late or not at all. This crisis demands accountability and urgent measurable action. Honorable Minister, the urgency of this matter cannot be overstated. The safety and dignity of our women and children depend not only on policies, but on statements, on visible, effective, and accountable actions. I therefore respectfully ask the Honorable Minister the following questions. Number one, at the national level, the country recorded 17,669 gender-based violence cases were reported in 4 years, which is 2020 and 2024. Given these alarming figures, can the Minister explain what measurable impact the Ministry's gender-based violence protection units and regional shelters have had in reducing the incidence of gender-based violence? Number two, in the 2024-2025 financial year, the Ministry reported that only less than 400 survivors received shelter, despite over 17,669 gender-based violence cases being recorded nationally. What is the reason for this gap? And what immediate steps is the Ministry taking to expand and improve shelter access, especially in underserved rural areas? Number three, and the last one. The gender-based violence information management system is reportedly still manual, fragmented, and lacks full integration. When will the Ministry transition to fully electronic centralized system that allows for full-time reporting, accountability, and public access to gender-based violence data by region? I so submit.
Thank you. Please table the question, Honorable Member. Nashinge.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I have an urgent oral question to the Minister of Home Affairs, but I should, since beside not be in the House.
No, I think you were here.
You can deal with it.
No, you see, it's urgent, and you put it for her to answer, isn't it? Now, if she's not here, who will answer? I mean, and yesterday we had the same with Honorable Salmon.
Where is the deputy? Okay, but the officials are following. They can really...
No, Honorable Nashinge, that's why you say the question is urgent. Otherwise, put it in writing.
I concede.
Thank you. Okay. Notices of motions. Oh, motion. Thank you. Honorable Imbula.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, Honorable Members, I hereby give notice that on the 4th of September 2025, I shall move the following. Reconnaissance Energy Namibia Pty Limited, or known as REN also in short, a subsidiary of the Canadian publicly listed Reconnaissance Energy Africa Limited, or Recon Africa, holds petroleum exploration license number 73 in the Kavango regions. Serious concerns continue to rise or to be raised by local communities, civil society organizations, and international bodies regarding Recon Africa's operations and its adherence to relevant legal and ethical standards. Serious concerns about Recon Africa's corporate governance and transparency have been raised by investors and regulators regarding the company's representation. I now therefore move that the Honorable House establishes a comprehensive, independent and full parliamentary investigation into Recon Africa's operations in the Kavango region and its representation regarding those operations in consideration of Namibia's sovereignty and national interest. Directs they said inquiry to assess whether Recon Africa's activities align with the state policy and the Namibian public interest, requires full and unconditional cooperation from all relevant ministries, agencies, and traditional authorities in providing documentation, access, testimonies to facilitate a thorough and transparent investigation. Fourthly, the House considers imposing an immediate moratorium on any further oil and gas exploration activities by Recon Africa in the Kavango regions until the parliamentary investigation is concluded. Its findings are presented and appropriate measures are implemented to ensure full adherence to national laws and international best practices. We have nothing against the oil exploration, but it must be done in a transparent and compliant manner. And finally, that this matter is referred to the relevant parliamentary standing committee for the investigation, and that such a report is tabled to this August House. I so move.
Thank you. Please table the report. Motion, sorry. Thank you. I recognize Honorable Nekongo.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I don't know now whether it's a point of privilege, but I wanted to talk about the motion that is just tabled now. Maybe the table office must do the due diligence, because the issue raised are already dealt with, and there is a report that we did with the Committee on Natural Resources. Perhaps it's a duplication, if maybe the member is not aware.
Okay. Yeah, maybe, thank you. Maybe I think we need as a House also to be guided where is, how to trace that information. Where is the database, so that selective saying it was not, it will help ease some of the concerns. Let's ponder our thoughts as to say, when a motion is tabled, the onus is on who to say that the motion was already discussed, where is the report, and besides that, what happened to the recommendations. I think that's also a cardinal point. It also leads also to all reports, the implementation aspect of all our reports, what happened to them, and how is the House actually emancipating its jurisdiction ownership of the implementation. I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah, Honorable Amupanda.
Yeah, so you are 100% correct, Deputy Speaker, but I think there's also one aspect that we must clarify. Just because the topic was under discussion doesn't immediately nullify a motion, because you might have discussed higher education, but the subject matter would be different. That's the first thing. So it is important for once the motion comes, and one of the ways we can deal with it, once the motion comes, you get to engage with the motion itself. You get to engage the content, even the motivation of it. Then we can see whether these things are similar or not. The other aspects, Deputy Speaker, and I guess maybe we have a platform such as standing rules to deal with this, is that whereas we have been told in the chambers that we have discussed this before, in committees we are even been told that no, where there was a petition given to a committee, we are told that it has lapsed. And the rules make provision for that absurdity of something that apparently having lapsed, even when the Assembly have received a petition. Because apparently if you don't conclude it, you are not done with it, it has lapsed, so it must be reintroduced. So are there differences as far as lapsing is concerned? Maybe, but I'm just adding to that point that it doesn't immediately say, okay, just because there was a debate around it doesn't. Let's look at the content. Let's see whether there's real similarities You can be talking about the regional development, but maybe this motion is talking about regional development in the south. So you can't use the discussion on regional development in general to nullify regional development that is specific for the south. But I guess the complexity of that, we would probably need an appropriate forum to deal with it.
Yeah, I think I don't want to open a debate, honorable members. What I've said is, in the absence of a guidance, we will be speculating. The motion is accepted. We take note of the advice. What we are saying is, let's create even that forum, that structure. For me also, besides, no, I'm saying what happened. If you say that motion was discussed, there is a report tabled in the House. What happened to the recommendation of the report? And that's why you see implementation became a case, all of us everywhere. Huh? The scholars will say knowledge is power. I said that statement, the person who phrased it was not really sincere with us. Application of knowledge can give you power. Every one of us know what we need to do, but can we really, at a time where it's required, apply that knowledge for us to make that difference? So, and that is where I say, if the report is there, what happened to the recommendations? And how does the House, going forward, take track of the recommendation of its own for the safeguard of the juristic impairment of the House? Eh? So when a judge gives a judgment, you go there and then you will see the judgment, a case number and whatever. And then you will see, you can trace back and say, this is the judgment, the applicant surrendered or appealed to the Supreme Court ruled. Whether you are in agreement or in disagreement, the Supreme Court ruled and say 2024 elections, they are valid. Now the one side will say it will not be, the one side will be, but there is a record, points of reference. You go to that document of the Supreme Court. You understand? So what is our measure here? How do we trace those records? How do we stand up and say it was discussed, it was not discussed, but most importantly, what happened to the recommendations? I think it's a shortcoming that is there going forward. It's our House. We just need to improve and see at the safeguarding mechanism. And that's why maybe I'm hearing implementation. Maybe the committee of implementation was created, but what is the terms of reference and the parameters and how frequent? So I want to step up from this topic with that, honorable members. Because we are at motions, if there are motions, I can entertain them. But if there are others, I'm sure I humbly, please. Okay. Sign language. Okay, sign language people can read. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Now, message from His Excellency. I think there is nothing. Ministerial statement. That brings us to the order of the day. Secretary. The Secretary will read the first order of the day.
Resumption of debate on second reading, Regional Council's amendment.
When the Assembly adjourned on Wednesday, the 2nd of July 2025, the question before the Assembly was a motion by the Minister of Urban and Rural Development that the bill be read the second time. However, Honorable Werikwa adjourned the debate and he must now take the floor. Honorable Werikwa is absent, and I therefore also implore the members to say the discussions with regard to this bill will be according to Rule 85, which deals with bills, which is none other than the appropriation bill. For quiet reference, if Rule 85, not page 85. Yeah. Klingis. No, it says it says Rule 85 has got all bills except appropriation. Then it has got bills except appropriation, and then it has got appropriation, final motion, questions, ministerial statements, and other. Yo, help me. Yeah, let me just. I'm coming.
We are dealing with this one.
Yeah. All bills except appropriation. Yes. So other members have got 15 minutes and it's going once. Yeah. Now let me dispose of here. Is it fine? 15 minutes going once. I will come. Let me give ladies first.
Yes, Honourable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, I want to find out whether the general rules on debate apply during this particular debate, because I know at second reading it's general debate, and points of orders and interjections are allowed as per the debate rules. So I'm just seeking clarity and guidance from you.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we are there. We are now at second reading. Okay, Honorable Mpanda.
Yes. Deputy Speaker, what was actually happening during that day, I had adjourned the debate to the 24th of September. And it was Honorable Werikwa who insisted that it be on Tuesday. Yeah, so he's not here now. So I move that we adjourn the debate to the 24th of September.
Okay. No, honorable members, I think it's just maybe a coincidence. I don't think the member did it deliberately. And I explained even that day. Notwithstanding, to repeat myself, anybody can postpone a debate. But if there is a member who will participate earlier than that, then that member postpone the debate and start the proceedings of today. If today the member is not present, other members can, because the member, if he was present, he could have started the debate. Another member could have contributed until one member say we postpone either to your date, to an earlier date, or to any other date. You understand? So if there is no other member who can participate or postpone the debate, then your assumption will then kick in that the bill be postponed until that particular day. But now I've got a green light. Just wait. I'm just trying to explain a green light. So if she wants to participate or postpone to an earlier date, and so that will be accommodated. Are we together? Like the Burevos? Honorable Nashinge.
Yeah, no, thank you, Deputy Speaker. The bill itself, in its form, it's smelling gerrymandering all over. I therefore propose that, and seconding what Honorable Amupanda said, to postpone the debate to September, whether either earlier or before, so that we truly get enough time, sufficient time to chew on it. Let's push it to early September.
Thank you.
The 9th or the 24th?
24th. Yeah. Honorable Cooper. No.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I rise to postpone this debate on behalf of Honorable James Werikwa till the 8th of September. I so submit, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Okay. Any secondment? Okay. The bill stands postponed until the 2nd of September. 8. Okay. No, this is what happens. Let me. On 8th Monday. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, my apologies. 9th, the Tuesday. I so submit.
Okay. No, let me explain. I will come. Honorable Nashinge, you understand? Because you are from ICT talk, so yeah. There is nothing sinister here, honorable members. Let us just, these are just rules. If the earlier date is proposed, then you take that date. Unless you say you don't, the issue is for members to be able to contribute at their most convenient time. Others take long, others take short. Okay, thank you. Honorable Willem.
Yeah, I stand on point of privilege, and I just want to understand. Now we are in a situation where any person can postpone the discussion to any day of choice. I just want to understand, because looking at this, it has been postponed throughout. Each and every time we are postponing it. No, listen. You don't understand what I'm asking. Give yourself time. Listen. My question is there any limit of postponement? Because otherwise we are going to be finding ourselves. I just want clarity. Comes on the 8th of September, another person postpones. How do we, is there any limit or it is infinite? That is my question. I just want to understand. Otherwise we'll be here and we are not passing any bill and we keep on postponing because everyone has the right to postpone.
Okay.
Yeah. Learn to listen and understand others.
Honorable Willem, through the presiding officer, please. Two wrongs can't make one right. Two wrongs can't make one right. Withdraw that one, please. Honorable Willem, withdraw that one. That one you said withdraw. No, don't bring yesterday. Honorable Willem, you know what you said is not appropriate. Just withdraw. Yeah, withdraw. Thank you. Yeah. Honorable members, some of these things are really unnecessary. I don't know whether after 10 years when people are going to view what these proceedings. Yeah. But there was Dino, then I will come back to you. Honorable Dino, sorry.
Honorable Speaker, I pose a question to Honorable Amupanda. No, I'll speak. Through the speaker.
Okay.
Through the speaker.
Honorable Amupanda, sit. No, I think the rules have been tested both sides. I was guided to always hear the member out before to rule him out of order, isn't it? Thank you. Let me get the gist.
Thank you. Just the gist. Yeah, just the gist.
No, the presiding officer will rule. Yeah.
Through the speaker, and it's I wish to sort of inquire, if I may, where Honorable Amupanda was on record stating his dissatisfaction at the speed of non-passing of bills. And yet today, is the same honorable member that is asking for a postponement. And so my view is that this is a contradiction, and my question is if this is grandstanding for the media. I so submit.
Okay. No, Honorable Ampanda, I think no. Yeah, no, I think. Okay, I think that question, we have even passed questions. I thought it's a clarity-seeking question with reference to the motion. If it's the record, the answer is there, it can be withdrawn. I think every member that is here, there is a record, we can check the record, and then you can take each other on and say, I reference on this day, this and this and this. So that question is not put to the member because it's not appropriate. Honorable Venani. No. Let me, okay, I will come to point of privilege. I will give Honorable Venani.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, I just rise on a point of privilege to alert members that we are in a construct of parliamentary democracy. We have a very eminent guest coming to this house. The conduct and the language from members, all eyes are on this country. We must behave, colleagues.
Okay. Honorable Ampanda, it's on something, not on what I've ruled, ne? Is it on what I've ruled or on something else?
No, it's point of privilege. I won't take long. Point of privilege. Yeah, we are given these rules to read. Yeah, and it's important for us to read the rules, whether you are in cabinet or you are a backbencher. Because particularly if you are a member of the executive, and our children are seeing you not understanding the rules, it will be very problematic. So every member, the Deputy Speaker have assisted us very well in terms of what is it that you can do in terms of the rules of debate. It is here. How many pages are here? There are only 135 pages. And I think we must, particularly Deputy Minister, must have copies of these standing rules to read. It's very, very important. Because otherwise, thank
you very much.
For young people, we understand. So we forgive you for that.
Thank you.
But
okay. Now, we have disposed of the first order, and I want to implore on what Honorable Veteran have said, Venani. But I want to add a comma on his full stop. Is it only when the dignitaries and the world is on us that we need to realign, or should it be an impediment upon our moral conscience that we should be going forward? Why should it be good when the visitors come, we clean the house, but when the visitors leave, is it like that? I'm just putting, but let's go to say the secretary will read the second order of the day.
Resumption of debate on the nationalization of key strategic economic sectors / resources.
Okay, when the Assembly adjourned on Wednesday, the 2nd of July, the question before the House was a motion by Honorable Karonda that this motion be referred to a relevant parliamentary standing committee for further scrutiny and report back to this Assembly. Honorable Thomas adjourned the debate and he now has the floor.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable members, I'm seeking the adjournment for the motion to the 8th of September.
8th of September. Any secondment? So, yeah, the motion stands adjourned until the 8th of September. 9.
Tuesday.
Is 9 the Wednesday or the Tuesday? Or Tuesday is the 9th? Oh, it's the earlier date. Okay, 9th Tuesday. Okay. The Secretary will then read the third order of the day.
Resumption of debate on Namibia's critical economic and cultural crisis. Over 80% of the music played on our radio stations is foreign.
When the Assembly adjourned on Wednesday, the 18th of June 2025, the question before the Assembly was a motion by Honorable Ngari that the motion be referred to a relevant parliamentary standing committee. However, the Minister of Gender Equality and Child Welfare adjourned the debate on behalf of the Minister of Information and Communication Technology, and in her absence, I'm looking for any other member who wants to take the floor. Honorable Nekongo.
In absence of anyone to contribute, I will not adjourn, but to postpone the debate to the 9th of September on behalf of the Minister.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, I wanted to pause here and seek your indulgence since we have this. Okay? Honorable members are aware that we are waiting the esteemed Prime Minister. The program is taking a little bit not according to time, so I'm being consulted here and there. So I'm just trying to at least dispose of what we can until such time that we break to receive the Right Honorable Prime Minister. Do I get your indulgence in that regard? Thank you very much. No, I will come there, don't worry. The Secretary will now read the fourth order of the day.
Resumption of debate on the employment conditions of all uniformed personnel services, especially members of the Namibian Police Force, Namibian Correctional Services, and the Namibian Defense Force.
Thank you. When the Assembly adjourned on Wednesday, the 24th of June 2025, the question before the Assembly was a motion by Honorable Karonda that the motion be referred to a relevant parliamentary standing committee for further scrutiny and report back to the Assembly. However, Honorable Mpanda adjourned the debate and he now has the floor.
Yeah, thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. When this discussion ended, I was saying to Honorable Karonda that there is an attempt, as we always do, to rewrite history, and there was a lot of shouting, so I couldn't get to say what I intended to say. That when we were very young, we used to watch Honorable Karonda then as a militant unionist, and was fighting for the workers, taking on the corruption of GIPF and things like that. But the mistake that he did is to underestimate the system. And the system came for him and dealt with him successfully. But he managed to dust himself off. And he went back to pick up the spear. And sometimes we don't always say these things. We think we have achieved, and we don't recognize people who have contributed. We were very inspired as young students then at the university, watching those battles. Unfortunately, the 600 million got lost. They removed him, and we are here. So I'm standing here to publicly also just locate your motion, not only in the current context, but also in the historical context, in terms of fighting for the better conditions of the masses of our people. But part of the problem that we have, and we need to be able to test it, you will see that as a result of the so-called this union that apparently represents public workers, we never do a test to be able to actually say, do you still have the 51%, 50 plus 1 in terms of being able, because part of the thing is just that there seems to be a permanent agreement that this institution is a representation of the government employees. And firstly, my first contribution is to also say, Honorable Karonda, the representation is a problem. The people who posture to represent our people are a problem. And we need to look at that framework. Who is it that represents the public servant or public officials? Because sometimes when these recruitment exercises are taking place, there's already a particular form of a union that is there. When do they renew their mandate? Or is this just a permanent arrangement? But remember also, they end up sitting on boards of GIPF or Social Security on that basis of the assumption that they represent those specific employees. But when it comes to the specific, because sometimes when we speak of police officers, there's defense, there's intelligence and things like that, but there's never an opportunity to be able to deal with them as a whole. In other jurisdictions, in other countries, there's actually what they call the security cluster. Yeah? So the security cluster is an opportunity where, even at the level of executive, you get these ministers to be able to share and brief, just like how you have an economic cluster. So everyone who's the social structure cluster. What we don't have is some sort of organized way to be able to deal with the security cluster. Defense is on its own, because you see, for example, defense have an insurance body. Yeah? But correctional services doesn't. Defense have a defense foundation. But the police doesn't have a police foundation. Yeah? With all those privileges. So when you are looking at the condition of service of our uniform, because remember, when you're talking about uniform, we're not just talking about defense or so. That you are talking completely about something else. And if you have an understanding of our structure, you will realize that we don't have something similar. So the fundamental question is, we are contributing to this debate, is the question of what is to be done. And who is going to respond? Because the Chief of Defense and others, the Minister of Defense will say, no, this is our program we are doing for our soldiers. Home Affairs will also say the same. And the police will say the same. The intelligence will also say the same. Yeah? So how do you then explain? For example, I was shocked to see an intelligence officer who was running an operation. Just go home, man, if you want to go. So intelligence officer who was being paraded, newspapers are writing about him.
Honorable Mpanda, please, man.
No, because you can, they just like to cut these things.
No, Honorable Mpanda, that word of just go home is not appropriate. Yes, withdraw the word, and no.
If she's tired, she must just go home.
No,
yeah.
No, Honorable Mpanda, please. Just withdraw the word. Honorable Benani.
But she kept on
Honorable Benani. I'm going to do it just for you because you are a good presiding officer.
No.
Yes. Not that I agree. I withdraw it just because you are a good presiding officer, not because I agree.
Okay,
yeah.
I will come after you.
Yeah. So, by time, you see, she's continuing.
Yeah, yes. I think you were also a class master, man. You don't listen to the others. You listen to what you want to convey.
Okay. But my time is just.
I did not interrupt you.
Yeah. So that's what you say. So this important point that I'm trying to make, I'm trying to suggest. I hope my 1 minute I'll get it in. Deputy Speaker. So let's not do that to each other, Deputy Speakers. No.
Just let's take.
So what I'm saying is that in contribution, we need to be able to meet each other somewhere and say, what is the place where we can solve and resolve all these problems? You will discover that we have a shortest act called the Security Commission Act. It's a 5-page legislation where we're supposed to be meeting. They only meet to appoint, to confirm this appointment of Inspector General, so and so. They don't do anything else. So in our national security apparatus, we don't have that framework. We ought to have a uniform code in how we deal with uniform personnel. But unfortunately, Honorable Karonda, and I guess when we go in debate, this is also what will also happen, that we need to propose a reform. It's one of the, I'm suggesting when we go to that committee, that Security Commission Act, to be able to do that, and we propose, because it can't be done by the police.
Thank you, Honorable Ampanda. Honorable Nashinge. Honorable Nashinge.
But she's continuing, the Deputy Speaker. Can you please call her to order?
What is there?
Because I'm sitting down and she's just continuing.
Who?
Him, Nashinge, when he comes, she's going to do the same. Honorable, no. No, you can't continue doing that.
Okay.
No, it's the neighbor.
The neighbor.
We are agreeing with the Deputy Speaker. We are sitting down and listening to him. Doesn't mean that we are going to allow you to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Just go to tea. You want to go.
Honorable Nashinge.
Yeah, thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I rise on a point of privilege. We had an incident yesterday, and I truly just wanted to hear from you. We had an incident yesterday, an honorable member on this side of the aisle was thrown with insults, and what is the way forward? I just wanted to truly understand what is the way forward, because I had a conversation with you yesterday. I just wanted to understand what is the way forward. And I think, as I conclude, also to implore you as Deputy Speaker and deliver the message to the Speaker also to try our best. Honorable Venani spoke well on our business here, the decorum, and moving forward, to also say at least you are balancing, you are looking both sides, but to encourage your comrades to behave as honorable members who are given the responsibility by the people of this country to come and represent them. Honorable members are contributing. You have interruption coming from even some people who are almost ages of our mothers. Seriously, we need to up our game.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to respond this way, but all I'm saying is I'm sure you were there when the Speaker ruled to say she will consult the Hansard and then the Hansard will dictate. That's what the ruling was yesterday. No, that you can take up. I think you understand also the magnitude of the activity of today. You were also mentioning yesterday. So today she's busy. So give her ample time. Be reasonable in the quest. Honorable Angula. The what? Okay.
The same age of her mother.
Now, he mentioned that some of them are equal as the age of our mothers. Yes. Is that parliamentary?
No, it's a reference that could be right or wrong. No. Honorable members, if come again. Okay. Yes.
Okay. If it's parliamentary, it's okay. So long as you know now that it's parliamentary.
Yes.
Let's.
He's not withdrawing.
No.
It's okay.
Okay, if he's not.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think it's just a reference to say others are much older than the others. I think that's the context out of which I understand. Yeah. Honorable Angula.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I would like to contribute, please. So, some of us are family members who...
Honorable Angula.
No. Did I finish speaking?
No, I'm just saying the 5 minutes.
Yes.
is eating up.
It's my 5 minutes.
Okay.
Some of us have family members who are career uniform personnel.
Yeah.
And this is a very important and touching home topic. So that's why I'm saying we take this very seriously. We're not here for jokes. Number one that I want to start with is the housing. You know, growing up in Kadutura, there was a location called Police Camp. And as a young lad, I didn't know why was this place called Police Camp. Because it's next to the police station. Only for me to grow up and understand that this was actually a location that was built for housing police officers, uniformed personnel. And it's almost in every town. And to my understanding, this has been happening only under the old regime before independence. And as a serious government, black government, I stand corrected, but I do not know anywhere where we've built a police camp type of situation. Now we have police officers and NDF uniformed personnel living as far as Havana and in the corrugated iron sheet. So I feel that it's very important that we re-look as a government, as the parliamentary house, at what we can do to assist the Ministry of Home Affairs and the police officers, where we can give them decent housing, especially to the junior officers. These are young people who are just jumping in. There's even an age limit as to how old you can be if you want to join the police force. So some of these people are unmarried, first-time employment, and they do not qualify for housing. So what can we do as a government to help them? Number two is the compensation. Perhaps it has been done before as the chorus is going. It has been debated before, it has been talked about before, but what are we doing to make sure that our officers and uniformed personnel are fairly compensated? In most countries, and I've traveled a lot in my previous job, in most countries, those police officers are very well compensated. These people are people who are not prone to corruption. They are not prone to being given something under the table because their salary is fair enough to earn them a decent living. But our officers, every day, which leads me to my next point, every time, I used to work at a banking institution before I joined this August House. And when I look at these people's pay slips, just the basic salary will want to bring tears to your eyes. Then they go into debt. The cash loans. There are institutions that are especially established to just be lending to government. Can we not relook at this? An institution is founded, and it's the only mission that it has is to give these ridiculous loans at 30% and others at the maximum that is made legal by the Bank of Namibia. This is what they do. The institution is shining every day. They're building new offices, but it's on the backs of the loans that they give to our people. I should rather to give an example of an NDF soldier who works in Okahanja, whose pay slip came to me. From the amount that they earn, they take home $800. 800 is what they take home because they're in debt. And when I looked at that pay slip, it's to that institution, it's to that institution, and it's to this cash loan, these loan sharks that we are talking about. So it's very important that when we look at the debate on this matter, we look at that these are serious people, the very same people that when we work in these chambers, uniform, look after our security here, the very officers that are stopping and keeping order in the street, and the very same people who are keeping our prisons in check. So when we look at the debate like this, it's fun, it's good to make jokes amongst ourselves. But some of us were raised on money from relatives who are uniformed officers. And it's very important that we look at their housing and their compensation. And on the order of the day today, there's even a motion on money lenders, how these money lenders are taking advantage of our uniformed officers, and which leads them into debt, and then the cycle of corruption continues. I so submit to the Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Aikola.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Speaker. It's very important as members of this August House to take ourselves serious. If a colleague, an honorable member is talking about facts and a really, really important discussion, talking about even this Security Commission Act, which is an 8-page document, and the colleagues are telling him to sit down, it's coffee, talking about coffee. We are not taking ourselves serious, and we need to take ourselves serious in this 8th Parliament, so it should be stopped. Yeah, so I want to talk about, my contribution starts with education, that Sam Nujoma said that all Namibians must view education as a key to knowledge and power. And Nelson Mandela stated that education is the most powerful weapon which can use to change the world. If you have seen a lot of uniformed personnel, they have tried their level best to upgrade themselves. Most of them have qualification, but they are not being recognized accordingly. So it's very important. I understand when I was doing my research, I read a letter that the MDF, to be specific, wrote on the 28th April, titled Feedback on the Recognition of Academic Qualification. But that was now a long time ago, and as much as we provide budget, as much as we approve budget for this ministry, it's very important for them to look and recognize the HR, for example, personnel, the accountants, the IT, and a lot, because I understand they only recognize the artisans, the chefs, the nurses. So it's very important to do that. And it's not only in NDF, even in security guards must also be recognized, the police officers and the correctional. So my second point is on security guards. As we all know, it's winter time now, and we expect them to guard our properties at full capacity, and they must give their all. But these people are very less compensated. So I propose that the security should get winter allowances. So during winter, their salaries get increased because of the condition that they are working in. The third one is, I just want, yes, back to the uniform personnel. How long, I wanted to ask Minister Kapofi, but he's not here, to engage with him, but since he's not here, how long does it take for these people to be promoted? There are people who started working 2014, and regardless of their performances, 2014 was a long time ago, they are still in the first rank. Remember, repo rate increases, inflation is increasing, high inflation each and every day, but these people are very much demoralized with this lack of promotion. So it's very important that the uniformed ministries look into this. So I submit.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
I think from the onset it's very important that at times as members of parliament, we also start to comprehend and appreciate when a member brings a certain bill or things he wants us, motion that he wants us to look into. What is the intention? What is the objective? And I think if I remember very well, my senior there who brought this motion then also proposed that we refer it actually to standing committee to look more into the well-being of uniform members of our society. I think the intention is quite good. It's not for political points that people want to score or for grandstanding discussions. And I think as members of parliament, we must also admit that, just like my prof said the other day, ever since we have come in, we are consuming quite a lot of time with question period and not discussing things of substance. And in our maiden speech statements, we were talking of exact things.
Let him finish, I will give you.
Thank you.
I take note. I take note, but please just grant me that.
So on the particular issue that my honorable brought here as a motion, I think it cuts across most of our median speeches that we gave as new members when we came here. Conditions of Namibians, including those in uniform. And I'm hearing people talking of housing. We could spend a lot of time actually looking at laws that we were elected all 96 to come here and to make conducive environment for people to access land that are Namibians, instead of just trying to patch a certain sector of our society. But that as it may be, I must say, it's quite a very sensitive issue we are discussing, the issue of the security cluster. I, for one, would support the motion, but in a manner that it was presented, that it should be referred to the relevant committee to go and look at what are the shortcomings that we have, what are the areas that we need to look and strengthen as members of parliament, and recommend maybe also to the implementers, which is the executive arm, to look in terms of our uniform personnel. I don't think whether all of us as we are sitting here, as patriotic as we are, we want to joke and jeopardize our security of this country. And we all want our security personnel to be looked after properly so that they do not compromise our safety of the country. So I, Deputy Speaker, with that understanding, also want to advise our members of parliament in my discussion that we must really put an ear on the ground and not sometimes just look at SMSs and things we get under the tree when we are discussing things. But there are quite a lot of things being done. Police, for example, have really started promoting officers based on merit. And we must appreciate that. And we must encourage that. I think over the years we have complained that in NDF, we didn't understand how recruitment was taking place, how people were being promoted. Now they have started a transparent way of even going to regions and then giving regions a quota to fill their recruitment process. Excuse me?
Yeah, you have the floor, Honorable Member.
No, I will answer him. I'm very capable to defend myself, Speaker. I will answer him.
No, let him finish. No, Honorable Member, I think you are asking point of order. I'm saying let the Honorable Member finish, and then I will come back to you. She was the first. If it's about point of order, she was. That's what I'm saying. No, Honorable members, I'm saying. No, Honorable, I have not granted you the floor. I have not granted you the floor. Just take your seat. Yeah, I take. You see, the presiding officer has got also a manner to interpret. If allow the other person to finish so that you can come in, I will grant you the opportunity. Yeah. Yes, Honorable Member.
Yes, Deputy Speaker. Equally, I think it's also very important to note that our different sectors of government are trying to make sure that housing and even these uniform discussions that are taking place, I think is just grandstanding, because these are things that are being addressed, and some of these things we can engage because we have committees mandated. We are even going now with outreaches to this, to this. What's the problem?
By Honorable Engari, I take note. Yeah. No, you see, just wait. Honorable Engari, let him finish, I will come back. Yeah. If it's a point of order, I must start with Honorable Motu.
That rule is only applicable.
Yeah. Yes.
That rule is only applicable in Okakarara. Not Okay, I withdraw.
Okay. Sit down, Honorable Member. I will now go to Honorable Motu. It's fine. Okay. Point, please. No. Point of order. On what? Okay. Let me hear.
You are not reciting the Congo, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I think there's a little bit of...
Yeah, just wait. Just wait. There's a little bit. I think it's maybe the signal we are getting. You see the members are coming in. Maybe it means the visitor is on the way, and that's when they see the appearance on the IT. So, okay. Yeah, just sit down. Honorable Ina.
You have not even delivered there in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You must not do that.
Just wait. I think, having agreed earlier that we are just proceeding until where it will be convenient, I'm suspending the House for 15 minutes.
biodiversity and data protection, as well as privacy, also including rural development, infrastructure development as well. Now, Prime Minister's speech here, that is, as he addresses the members of Parliament, is expected to highlight strong and growing relations between Namibia and India, with a focus on trade, investment. We're talking about education, health, and clean energy as well. Now, earlier today, just to give you a rundown of what transpired today, as the Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the State House, where it entails official talks at State House, followed by various signed MOUs, and of course, Modi proceeded to the Heroes Area, where he paid homage to the fallen heroes and heroines, and after this, he will be addressing members of the Parliament, and right after that, he will be departing right back to India, where we will be showcasing the proceeding as soon as he enters the chambers.
So you guys didn't come.
Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, honorable members of Parliament, of the Republic of Namibia, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is with profound honor and great joy that I welcome you all to this historic special session of the Parliament of the Republic of Namibia. Today we are graced by the presence of an extraordinary statesman, His Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India. Your Excellency, your presence in this chamber is a moment of historical significance and a powerful reaffirmation of the enduring friendship between Namibia and India. This is the first time in 27 years that the Prime Minister of India addresses our Parliament, a milestone that rekindles the memory of your predecessor's visit in 1998 and marks a new era of closer cooperation between our two nations. Your Excellency, honorable members, India's support to Namibia during our struggle for liberation is deeply etched in our national memory. India was amongst the first countries to extend formal diplomatic recognition to SWAPO and hosted our liberation leaders during the fight for our freedom. The bonds formed in those formative years of Namibia's nationhood laid the foundation for the vibrant, multi-dimensional partnership we enjoy today. Today, India and Namibia share common values of democracy, sovereignty, non-alignment, and South-South cooperation, and the belief that development must be people-centered and sustainable. These principles continue to guide our engagements across multiple sectors, including in trade, health, education, defense, energy, and digital transformation. Your Excellency, honorable members, at the heart of our democracies lies the institution of Parliament. This is the arena where voices of the people shape national progress and governance. As elected representatives, we carry a duty not only to our constituents, but also to foster solidarity with fellow legislatures around the world. In this regard, parliament-to-parliament cooperation between Namibia and India is of great importance as it enhances mutual learning and the exchange of best legislative practices from committee structures to citizen engagement, while promoting collaboration on global development priorities such as poverty eradication, gender equality, and climate action. It also builds capacity within parliamentary institutions through staff exchanges, digital transformation initiatives, and the sharing of legislative resources, and contributes to stronger people-to-people connections through youth exchanges, educational outreach, and the promotion of cultural understanding. Furthermore, through active participation in global fora such as the Interparliamentary Union and the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, our legislatures have a vital role to play in advancing common positions on issues such as United Nations Security Council reform, climate justice, and equitable global governance. Namibia continues to call for the democratization of international institutions to ensure that the voices of the Global South are meaningfully heard. Let us take this occasion to commit ourselves to institutionalizing interparliamentary dialogue between Namibia and India through formal cooperation frameworks, exchange visits, and technical partnerships that bring lasting value to both our people. Your Excellency, honorable members, as our two nations continue to deepen cooperation in critical areas, Namibia is proud to be a partner in India's development initiatives across Africa, and we welcome the support we have received in health, particularly in pharmaceutical supplies, education through scholarships, and capacity building programs through the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation (ITEC) framework. Namibia is also closely following India's strides in renewable energy, digital infrastructure, and agricultural innovation, critical sectors where we believe there is vast potential for further cooperation. We look forward to transforming our engagements into tangible joint ventures that benefit our citizens and advance our development priorities under Vision 2030 and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. As we navigate a world challenged by conflict, climate change, food insecurity, and rising inequality, we must stand together to advance the aspirations of developing nations, championing a rules-based international order that is inclusive, equitable, and responsive to the developmental needs of all nations. In this context, Namibia views India not only as a trusted friend, but also as a strategic partner and a moral force on the global stage. Your voice, Your Excellency, resonates with the hopes and dreams of many across the global South. Your Excellency, honorable members, this special session is more than a ceremonial moment. It is a statement of intent, a declaration that Namibia and India are committed to deepening our friendship, expanding our cooperation, and elevating our shared global voice. Prime Minister Modi, your visit today reignites the flame of solidarity between our nations and brings new energy to our partnership. We are deeply honored to receive you in this House of the People of Namibia. On behalf of all members of Parliament and the people of Namibia, I welcome you, Your Excellency, to our democratic institution and invite you to share your vision and reflections with us. Let us together build a partnership that not only honors our shared past, but boldly shapes a future of dignity, equality, and prosperity for all. I now have the honor to invite His Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, to address this special session of Parliament.
Honorable Madam Speaker, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Speaker, esteemed members of Parliament, my dear brothers and sisters, Omba Uhala Konawa. Good afternoon. It is a great privilege to address this august house, a temple of democracy. I thank you for giving me this honor. I stand before you as a representative of the mother of democracy. And I bring with me warm greetings from 1.4 billion people of India. Please allow me to begin with congratulating each and every one of you. People have given you the mandate to serve this great nation. In politics, as you know, that is both an honor and a great responsibility. I wish you success in fulfilling the aspirations of your people. Friends, a few months ago, you celebrated a historic moment. Namibia elected its first women president. We understand and share your pride and joy because in India, we also proudly say, Madam President. ये भारत का संविधान है जिसके कारण एक गरीब आदिवासी परिवार की बेटी आज दुनिया के सबसे बड़े लोकतंत्र की राष्ट्रपति है। ये संविधान की ही ताकत है जिसके कारण मुझ जैसे गरीब परिवार में जन्मे व्यक्ति को लगातार तीसरी बार प्रधानमंत्री बनने का अवसर मिला है। जिसके पास कुछ भी नहीं है, उसके पास संविधान की गारंटी है। It is the power of India's constitution that a daughter from a poor tribal family is today the President of India. It is this very constitution that gave someone like me the chance to become Prime Minister. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. When you have nothing, the Constitution gives you everything. Distinguished members, as I stand in this august house, I pay tribute to the first president and founding father of Namibia, President Sam Nujoma, who passed away earlier this year. He once said, and I quote, "Our achievements of independence imposes upon us a heavy responsibility not only to defend our hard-won liberty, but also to set ourselves higher standards of equality, justice, and opportunity for all. Without regard to race, creed, or color," I unquote. His vision of a just and free nation continue to inspire us all. We also honor the memories of the heroes of your freedom struggle, Hoshia Kutako, Hendrik Witbooi, Mandubai Yanade Mufayo, and many others. The people of India stood proudly with Namibia during your liberation struggle. Even before our own independence, India raised the issue of Southwest Africa at the United Nations. We supported SWAPO in your quest for freedom. In fact, New Delhi hosted their first ever diplomatic office abroad. And it was an Indian, Lieutenant General Diwan Premchand, who led the UN peacekeeping force in Namibia. India is proud to have stood with you, not just in words, but in action. As the well-known Namibian poet Mulwa Yan Nongola wrote, and I quote, "When freedom comes home to our country, we will proudly erect the finest monument in memory." Unquote. Today, this very parliament and this free and proud Namibia are living monuments. Distinguished members, India and Namibia have much in common. We both fought colonial rule. We both value dignity and freedom. Our Constitution guides us to uphold equality, liberty, and justice. We are part of the global South, and our people share the same hopes and dreams. Today, I'm deeply honored to receive Namibia's highest civilian award as a symbol of the friendship between our peoples. Like the tough and elegant plants of Namibia, our friendship has stood the test of time. It quietly thrives in even the most dry of seasons. And just like your national Welwitschia mirabilis, it only grows stronger with age and time. On behalf of 1.4 billion people of India, I once again thank the President, the government, and the people of Namibia for this honor. Friends, India attaches great importance to its historic relation with Namibia. We not only value our ties from the past, but we are also focused on realizing the potential of our shared future. We see great value in working together on Namibia's Vision 2030 and the Harambee Prosperity Plan. And at the heart of our partnership are our people. Over 1,700 Namibians have benefited from scholarships and capacity building programs in India. We are excited to support the next generation of Namibian scientists, doctors, and leaders. The Center of Excellence in IT, the India wing at the JADS campus of the University of Namibia, and training in defense and security. Each one of them reflects our shared belief that capacity is the best currency. Speaking of currency, we are thrilled that Namibia is the first country to adopt India's UPI, Unified Payment Interface Technology. Soon, people will be able to send money faster than one can say Tangi Unene. Soon, a Himba, grandmother in Kunene, or a shopkeeper in Katutura will be able to go digital with just a tap faster than a springbok. Our bilateral trade has crossed $800 million. But like on the cricket field, we are just warming up. We will score faster and score more. We are honored to support Namibia's youth through the new Entrepreneurship Development Center. It will be a place where business dreams can get mentorship, funding, and friends too. Health is another pillar of our shared priority. India's health insurance scheme, Ayushman Bharat, covers nearly 500 million people. But India's concern for health is not limited to Indians alone. India's mission, One Earth, One Health, views health as a shared global responsibility. During the pandemic, we stood with Africa, providing vaccines and medicines, even when many others refuse to share. Our Arogya Maitri initiative supports Africa with hospitals, equipment, medicines, and training. India is ready to supply Namibia with a Bhabha-Tron radiotherapy machine for advanced cancer care. This machine, developed in India, had been deployed in 15 countries and has helped nearly 500,000 patients in different countries with critical cancer care. We also invite Namibia to join the Jan Aushadhi program for access to affordable and quality medicines. Under this program, cost of medicines in India has been brought down by 50 to 80%. It is helping more than 1 million Indians daily. And so far, it has helped patients save nearly $4.5 billion in healthcare costs. Friends, India and Namibia have a powerful story of cooperation, conservation, and compassion. When you help us in reintroducing cheetahs in our country, we are deeply grateful for your gift. I had the privilege of releasing them into the Kuno National Park. They have sent a message for you. Inima Aishe Oili Nawa. They are happy and have adapted well in their new home. They have grown in numbers as well. Clearly, they are enjoying their time in India. Friends, we are working together through initiatives like the International Solar Alliance and Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Today, Namibia has joined the Global Biofuel Alliance and the International Big Cat Alliance. As we look to the future, let us be guided by Namibia's national bird, the African fish eagle, known for its sharp vision and majestic flight. It teaches us to soar together, scan the horizon, and boldly reach out for opportunities. Friends, in 2018, I had laid out 10 principles of our engagements with Africa. Today, I reaffirm India's full commitment to them. They are based on respect, equality, and mutual benefit. We seek not to compete, but to cooperate. Our goal is to build together, not to take, but to grow together. Our development partnership in Africa is worth over $12 billion. But its real value is in shared growth and shared purpose. We continue to build local skills, create local jobs, and support local innovation. We believe that Africa must not be just a source of raw materials. Africa must lead in value creation and sustainable growth. That is why we fully support Africa's Agenda 2063 for industrialization. We are ready to expand our cooperation in defense and security. India values Africa's role in world affairs. We championed Africa's voice during our G20 presidency, and we proudly welcome the African Union as a permanent member of the G20. Friends, भारत आज अपने विकास के साथ ही दुनिया के सपनों को भी दिशा दे रहा है और इसमें भी हमारा जोर ग्लोबल साउथ पर है. In the 20th century, India's independence lit a spark, one that inspired freedom movements across the world, including here in Africa. In the 21st century, India's development lights a path showing that the global south can rise, lead, and shape its own future. The message is, you can succeed on your own terms without losing your identity. यह भारत का संदेश है कि आप अपने रास्ते पर चलकर अपनी संस्कृति और गरिमा के साथ सफलता पा सकते हैं. For this message to echo louder, we must act together. Let us create a future defined not by power, but by partnership. Not by dominance, but by dialogue. Not by exclusion, but by equity. This will be the spirit of our shared vision. From freedom to future, स्वतंत्रता से समृद्धि, संकल्प से सिद्धि. From the spark of independence to the light of shared progress, let us walk this path together. As two nations forged in the fires of freedom, let us now dream and build a future of dignity, equality, and opportunity, not just for our people, but for all of humanity. Let us move forward as partners for peace, progress, and prosperity. Let our children not only inherit the freedom we fought for, but the future we will build together. As I stand here today, I am full of hope. The best days of India-Namibia relations are ahead of us. Friends, I conclude by wishing Namibia great success in co-hosting the 2027 Cricket World Cup. And if your Eagles need any cricket tips, you know whom to call. Thank you once again for this honor. Tangi Unene. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother.
Oh. Very good. Ah.
She said she don't have to hijack. She just said we are going to the end and then escort. Thank you.
him that after this we still have a vote of thanks. He need to sit.
James.
He says he knows. Can you continue clapping to make it less boring? Can you set the scene for clapping?
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Prime Minister Modi. I now have the pleasure to call upon the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Philippus Katamelo, to deliver a vote of thanks on behalf of the National Assembly.
Namaste, Pradhan Mantri Mondiji. The Right Honorable Prime Minister of our Republic, Honorable Speaker, distinguished honorable members of our Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, delighted and with a distinct honor on behalf of our Republic to extend a heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Sri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, for gracing us with his esteemed presence and delivered an inspiring address to this historic session. Prime Minister Modi, your words today have not only reaffirmed the deep and enduring bonds between Namibia and India, but have also illuminated a path of hope, partnership, and shared progress for our nations. We are especially appreciative of your recognition of the values that unite us: liberty, equality, justice, and freedom. Your Excellency, your own remarkable journey from humble beginnings to becoming the first Prime Minister of India, born after independence, and now serving an unprecedented third term, serve as a beacon of inspiration to leaders and citizens alike. Your commitment to inclusive development, technological innovation, and social welfare has transformed the life of many millions in India and set an example for the global community. We are particularly inspired by your government's achievement in poverty alleviation, universal health care through the Ashman Parat program, and the empowerment of the marginalized through initiatives such as the Genten Yoyena and the Uaola Yoyena. Your leadership in advancing infrastructure, education, international diplomacy has positioned India as a global powerhouse, and your advocacy for environmental stewardship resonates deeply within our own aspirations of a sustainable future. Today's occasion is a testament to the enduring friendship and the mutual respect between Namibia and India. Your visit and address has strengthened our resolve to work together in solidarity, harnessing our shared values for the prosperity and well-being of our people and for the shaping of our common future. I would also like to thank the Right Honorable Prime Minister of our Republic, the Honorable Speaker, Ministers, Members of Parliament, and all distinguished guests for your presence and contribution towards this special session. Let us carry forward the spirit of collaboration and unity that has been so eloquently articulated today. Together we can achieve greater heights for our nation and for the world. Allow me to paraphrase what you said. India stood with you, not in words, but in action. And therefore, finally I say, Kup Kup Abhar, Shubhe Yatra Mondiji.
Very good. Thank you very much, Honorable Katamelo, for that vote of thanks on behalf of all of us. This brings us to the conclusion of our program today on that very high note of the address of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India. And as we rise, I would like to invite all of us to get on our feet as I accompany Prime Minister Modi. He is going to proceed already to depart from Namibia. He has been having a very hectic program, but he's very energetic, gave that energetic statement. So may we please rise.